What's happening? Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris.
I'm Pete.
And today we are going to check out Fuller's Vintage Ale. This is the 2010 version of this. And the most recent. With the Fuller's Vintage, they tend to release them just about 2 years after it's produced. So it's not quite 2012 right now, but the 2010's out. They usually let it sit in bottle condition for almost 2 years before actually being sold to the public. And it comes in this nice little box here, and it gives you this little card here going back, and it tells you about the various vintages of this beer, because each time it's brewed a little bit differently. There's something new that they'll try with each one. And it looks like it goes back to about 1997. And it lists up to 2009 here on it, but they let it condition for about a year and a half, 2 years before they sell it. And it says, like for this one particularly, it says we need to tell you its best buy is 2013, but honestly, it can, like it says around here, it can be cellared for many more years because the taste will continue to develop in there.
And this is the first beer I've ever seen with a specific numerical number on the bottle.
Right. Or the White Birch do that too.
Do they?
Yep. Sometimes you can get like bottle like 36 of 471 or.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. I've had the number.
Right, but yeah, but definitely.
But this is pretty impressive. So it's 101232.
It adds that element of class to it.
It really does.
Yes.
I mean,
yeah. So I guess I will note it comes in at 8.5% alcohol by volume, and I believe 1.09 fluid ounces. So it's like a 500 milliliter. I can't do these conversions.
No, not 500 milliliter. Isn't that like 30 ounces or?
Yeah.
It's 16.9 fluid ounces.
I'm not a math wizard on these conversions, so let's we'll open it up. It's got this nice little seal over the top. It's classy.
Oh, very fancy.
Yeah, I mean, it already comes in a box, so why not just up the class a little more with the top right there?
Production value is top notch.
Yeah. So we'll get into a glass. All right. So it's pouring a relatively clear. Bright orange amber, about, I don't know, it's like a quarter finger of just some off-white kind of tan head.
Yeah, plenty of bubbles.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a little bit of alcohol sticking to the glass there. Yep, some bubbles. I mean,
yeah, nice
pretty
color.
standard fare. I mean, it looks good.
Yeah.
Just noticing a lot of just rich malt, just like a little dark fruit in there.
Nothing overpowering, but
yeah, just
very nice.
in general, it's just sort of just like a nice, rich scent. A little like like black cherry or some like
Yeah, I'm getting
figs,
a teeny
like
bit
raisin.
of citrus, but very faint. Smells good.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get into it. Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm definitely noticing it's similar to the nose, where it has a lot of the richer malts, sort of the more dark fruit kind of oriented taste coming up front. A little that sort of sweeter kind of caramel element there.
It's got a little bitterness to it too, though.
Yep.
It's almost got kind of a little bit of a brown ale kind of taste to it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely. It's not a sweet malt at all. It's like compared to a lot of the other things we've had recently. This isn't. It's not sweet or cloying in any way. It's just really rich is like the only way I can kind of describe it.
But I'll be overly, I'm I'll be honest, I don't find it overly interesting. I mean, it doesn't seem to have a lot of complexity to it. I mean, maybe it's just my palate, but I mean, it's nice, but it's
Right.
not.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a well crafted English beer that you can lay down. I think the main idea with this is to be able to lay it down. Like I still have a 2008 in my cellar, so like we can go back on here and look at the 2008 here. It says the 12th vintage features two of our favorite English hop varieties, North Down and Challenger. These combine with floor malted Maris Otter malt produce a rich fruit aroma laced with dark orange hop notes. A full, luxurious mouthfeel is finished off with a satisfying alcohol warmth. So that's sort of the notes about what they were saying about the 2008 that I have. So clearly, if you're just leaving this to cellar, something that can go the distance, you're going to get a lot more out of it than if you're just getting it fresh off the shelf and trying it. Like, is this completely drinkable right now? Yes. Like, it's a great tasting beer.
Yep.
It's good out of the box. But, you know, this is one of those that you can definitely put down for a while and, you know, see what becomes of it. You know, and you can do a vertical or whatnot of it if you have a whole bunch of the boxes. I kept meaning to pick up the 2009. Never quite got around to it. I'll probably be able to find it somewhere shortly, and I'll make it a point to pick it up. But I'd like to be able to put a couple of them sort of side to side to see how it goes. But because they sort of vary the build of how each beer is put together, that might not be the best, you know, comparison point. But it'll be interesting nonetheless.
Yeah, well, and I might just try that too. You know, throw one in the cellar for a couple of years and try that.
Right. I mean, because they're reasonably priced. They're probably coming in somewhere, give or take, around the $10 mark. So
yeah.
I mean, think of all the other things you spend $10 on. You know, you can buy it and forget that you have it for a couple of years. So
yeah, it's solid.
yeah.
And it's got a nice box. I mean, it's got a really nice box.
All right, so that was the Fuller's Vintage 2010, and we'll just continue enjoying the rest of this bottle. Hope you're enjoying something as well, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.
Cheers.